Before we begin, I just want to go over the rules for tonight. When I say jump, you fucking jump. If you want to crowd surf, you fucking crowd surf. If you want to mosh, you have the best time that you've ever fucking had, whereas we divide. And are you guys ready for fucking We Came as Romans tonight?
I'm Zach, I play drums.
I'm Robbie, I'm the vocalist.
I'm John, I play guitar.
I'm Jake and I play guitar.
And I'm Ted and I play bass.
So I met Zach in 7th grade. Both of us happened to be going to the same school at the time. He was a new kid, just walked up to me in the hallway, and he asked me if I had ever heard of a band called All That Remains, which at the time was literally my favorite band. So I was pretty much money ever since.
Just went from there.
Yeah, just went from there. Just been jamming since.
Yeah, they met each other, and they had been jamming together for a while.
Yeah.
And Jake and I have been jamming together since we were in sophomore, junior year, something like that. And we were actually in a band called Despite the Writing before, and we hated the name after a while and tried to rename the band. And I ended up coming up with As We Divide, brought that to Jake, turned that into the name, and then presented that when we wanted to become a band, and found them on like their last attempt to find a full band. And then I forced them to come to my house the next day. I'm like, dude, come over, we're practicing. It's a bottom line. I didn't give them a choice. And then later down the line, we ended up finding Ted again
Your
through
girlfriend's dad.
Yeah. A Day to Remember was our very first influence. We can never deny that, no matter what we do. Our first music, our first EP, even through the album.
But now it's taken a turn. I mean, we still have that somewhat A Day to Remember, but I mean, now we're throwing in, Capstan, Periphery. Heavier stuff.
We've been experimenting. Our influences are really strange because we started with The Day to Remember as like a basic structure as to how to enter music, but like ever since then we basically base songs off of how we feel about different experiences. That gives birth to a lot of really interesting song concepts.
We put a lot of our own experiences and just stuff that happens to us in our music. And I guess you could say that we cover a lot of aspects, hope, perseverance, anything like that. But at the end of the day, like John was saying, like no matter what kind of message we're portraying in a single song, at the end of the day, I mean, what I want people to see is kids who are just pushing as hard as they can to do what they want to do. Opened up for one of our favorite bands called We Came as Romans.
Yeah, we
yeah, that was a big gig. I was really happy with that.
I was talking with a friend of mine that went, and she said that she had trouble getting into the room because people were packed all the way to the door and out in the hallway.
Yeah, we played a few full rooms, definitely, but I'd say the most fun would be We Came as Romans.
What about the 10-year fanfare?
Okay, the 10-year fanfare I crowd surfed, so that was insane. Yeah, that was a completely packed out room, and awesome. there was like 1,000 kids in there, and yeah, I saw how many kids and how good of a time they were having, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go get on top of all of them. So I just jumped down on the barrier and I went for it. So any band who is trying to pick up steam in that sense, I'd say that aim for whatever you want, whether that be a big crowd or not. If that's what you think means a lot to you, is to go out and play arenas. I mean, that's the world's at your feet. Like, absolutely, you can travel the world and play your music. But at the end of the day, if that is the only thing that's driving you to love music, then you really kind of have to evaluate what you really want. Because I mean, I come here for the music. When I'm in here, all I'm thinking about is what I'm creating, and that's what keeps my soul fed. is
Yeah.
the fact that I'm creating music, and I feel like that's what a musician should strive for. But the reason you started in the beginning is because of your passion for music, so never lose that, no matter how far you get.
All right.
Ready, boys?
Give her a go, eh?
I may have asked for a little compassion that went undeserved, and I made that same mistake again. So I will never learn when you don't have closure and you feel it's overrated. Will you let it sink or swim or move on? I've waited 15 years for a shot at harmony, and now I feel I'm running from the irony of reaching up for what's beneath. My head's about to overheat, 'cause she's about to leave me. Someone call an optimist. I'm faking my way out of this, so try it and come up for me, and let the motions ease the pain. Borrowers promised to pay its dues if I just held on, but when both sides feel it's growing old, it's one against one. It's growing old. It's push and shove. One against one. I've waited 15 years for a shot at harmony, and now I feel I'm running from the irony of reaching up for what's beneath. My head's about to overheat, 'cause she's about to leave me. Someone call an optimist. I'm faking my way out of this. Try it and come up for me, and let the motions ease the pain.
Cool.
Cool.